Hello and welcome back to The Expanse. We're on episode 3, season 3, 3-3, threes all round. This episode is called Assured Destruction, which does not sound encouraging, but here we are. Maybe there is going to be some, conflicting priorities between the crew of the Roci and their new buddies they just picked up. Because I imagine Avasarala is not going to take well to being told that they're... Uh-oh. Why is my camera stopped? Sorry about that. Camera just stopped for no reason. Anyway, I imagine Avasarala will not be take well to being told that she's now a passenger on the ship and that they're not going to do what she wants them to do. Because I think most of the crew is going to be pretty set, or at least Holden, especially, as the captain, is going to be pretty set on going to find Mamay now. Just real quick before we start, I do want to say thank you to everyone for being relatively civil in the comments of the last episode. I know I brought up a reasonably controversial take, but everyone was pretty chill, really. Although, having my own faith mansplained to me about 15 times in the comments did start to get a little bit old, but, you know, better than people yelling at me, I guess. And, like, I do understand that Anna, in her denomination, is probably a realistic exploration of how certain denominations are going to go. But I still don't think that it's a biblical advancement of the gospel. And the Bible is the same today as it was 2,000 years ago, although not all the books existed 2,000 years ago. And it will be 2,000 years in the future. Like, the Bible is the same. God's truth does not change. And you don't have to agree with me on these particular topics, but if you are a Christian, you do have to agree with the Bible. Because a large part of being a Christian is that the Bible is the ultimate authority. And if you don't agree with that, then I think you're worshipping a different God to me. Anyway, that aside, on the whole, thank you for being pretty chill in the comments. It's been quite nice. I was a little bit nervous about the response on that episode. But, yeah, thank you everyone for being chill. I don't want my YouTube channel to become a place where there are arguments. I want it to be a place where we can have civil discussions about different perspectives on topics. Which may be a bit of a large ask for a YouTube comment section, but I will be deleting comments if they are hateful or hurtful or just, you know, too extreme on either side. Anyway, seriousness aside, I'm excited to see Avasarala and Bobby meet the crew. So let's get into this and watch episode 3, shall we? It's gonna look a bit suspicious having their supposedly rock hopper ship with a expensive racing ship attached to it. Is that the changed flag? Man.
Who defaced the Martian flag on the bulkhead? You think that's funny?
Maybe not now.
Wait, whoa. Let's.
You think I need my armor to take this ship?
Be interesting to find out.
Not for
Oh
you.
boy. Yeah, this is
Okay, let's
about
just
what
you called us, okay? I think
I
saving your lives
expected.
earned us an explanation. Darling, please.
Call me darling again and you'll be saying that drawl in sign language.
Sounds like things are going well.
The Martians are bonding.
Madam Avasarala has information that can help
Yeah.
stop this war. You can't just drag her to Io.
Yeah, this is about what I expected.
If they don't use the ship, then you should take it and go.
Ooh.
Go to Tycho.
Yeah, people are still not happy with Naomi. That's a interesting stealth ship there, because there was like a black spot in the stars
Or crazy.
out there
They
far
could be
away where
deliberately
it can't
pushing us to the peace table.
can't be
Sir,
seen.
That's not what's happening. If we do this, we save lives because it will end the war.
Or will it just escalate things? Oh, he's still alive. Let's go. I love it when people are still alive, usually.
No
Well, this feels very Star Warsy. The set at
If a
least.
fleet could handle.
Oh wait,
Even
that's
emoji,
is that?
Shit still rolls down.
I feel like we've seen that guy
Electrical
before.
still not
Yeah,
fixed?
he's the dude who left, wasn't he? I feel like we haven't actually seen that many Earth ships.
No one is to speak to them until I get there.
Well, that's not suspicious at all. Oh. Oh damn. Okay.
Sorry, I'm really sorry.
Yeah, that did seem a bit too friendly. What's he up to?
It's good the children get to play together.
Oh, absolutely.
Like you
It keeps
care.
their cortisol levels low, which enhances protomolecule uptake.
Ugh. Ugh. I guess Mai might be reminding him of Julie, or at least the children. I think she reminds him of Julie.
Frankenstein was the name of the dog. Monster didn't have a name. God damn. That's right. Dying is the only way of getting out of Baltimore.
So how'd you get out?
Yeah.
I died.
So, story behind that one.
You wanted to see me, ma'am?
Oh, now this is what I've been looking forward to. This one.
For everything you did during the Eris incident. You're a
Oh,
hero,
that focus shift.
No.
I was waiting for it.
but I may have a way to end this conflict.
Have you been watching the news?
That's almost
Diplomacy's
exactly
over.
how I
I need
expected
to
this
send a
conversation to
tight
go.
beam Admiral Souther and the Agatha King. This isn't just about the war. We need to contain the
It's a bit
protomolecule.
late for that
Make
one.
sure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
I'm nobody's savior.
You send that to her or to yourself there, Holden? Because you do have a little bit of a savior complex. Why did you do Theo like that, though? I guess Theo has kind of
I know
loose
this
lips.
is an unusual visit, but
May I accompany you, sir?
I do like Salva, and I think he's one of the more trustworthy characters.
he was a good man. Shame. Seems like the
Yeah.
type would have been very cooperative.
So that's why
Now we only get used to it.
he would have been a lot more
Where's Officer Allen?
open about what he was gonna say.
Dead.
We are witnessing the greatest event in human
He's
history.
got more white showing now that
We should
he's
feel
with
something
Anna.
other than fear.
But you want it to be holy, and it's not. The best you can hope for is that it's justified. We both know it's more than 37.
Ooh, that's a very specific number, isn't it?
Consider that a rhetorical question. So you know precisely how many lives a leader must sacrifice and still be a good man?
His own. There's interesting commentary in there somewhere about wars being waged for religion and holy wars and stuff. Yeah, she's definitely reminding him of Julie.
Did you see how Cattell jumped really high?
Nice to meet you.
Rah. We're humanizing Mr. Jules Pierre, are we? Oh. Did he open up comms to receive that?
Because we don't need you anymore.
Yeah, you kinda deserve that one.
There you go. Now you just walk around like you're in pumps.
How do you know what it's like to walk in pumps?
I didn't always work in space.
I feel like there's something quite upsetting behind that comment. Oh, the poor coffee machine. So did Alex open the comms to get that message in though? Because that's gonna be problematic, I think.
I can't help but respect your commitment to the belt.
Because Alex hasn't been able to commit.
Wish I had your
Yeah.
strength.
Okay.
Yeah?
There we go, olive branch. Alex and Naomi are creating truce, becoming friends again.
They field tested one of those things on
Yeah.
Ganymede.
Yeah.
Wiped out a dozen UE
The crew's
Marines
like,
in my entire
yeah,
fighting
we
with a breaking
noticed.
sweat.
I believe Ehrenreich intends to use the hybrids to lay waste to Mars.
Show cargo bay surveillance of hybrid incursion. He encountered one on Ganymede.
Oh, we still got protomolecule on the ship, don't we?
I did.
I'd say cry me a river if I thought you could appreciate what one was. If good writers ever...
You'll be remembered as the man who united humanity in the face of first contact. And that's a legacy you don't need anyone else to write.
He's got a angel and a devil on his shoulder or something, huh? They're really doing a humanization on Mr. Mao today, aren't they? Not sure I have huge amounts of sympathy for him yet, but it is adding a fun depth to his character.
That'll be perfect. Lieutenant.
What are you planning there, Salfer?
What's an IO, sir? That's classified.
Ooh.
Sir, what's the problem? Electrical
He's in on it, right? I forget where exactly he's from this, but...
Med base on 11.
Uh-oh.
But Aaron Wright sent a message admitting everything, and Avasarala has it.
Okay. Gotta go. Gotta get out of there real quick. Well, they're heading to Io now, which seems to be the new checkpoint.
On your command, sir.
He's still wearing
Fire.
white. Oh, he did it. Okay. Uh-oh.
What's happening?
I'm just checking, sir.
We have a launch malfunction on 5.
Uh-oh.
They need to shoot, goddammit.
Yes, sir.
5 is away.
But they're not gonna be at the same time?
Scratch 5. We have a confirmed launch from target 5. They got one out before we hit them.
So now they have a planet buster coming their way? That's fun. Oh dear.
Total population in the blast zone approximately 2 million.
What happened with the railguns?
It was a power cycling malfunction from charging up and standing down earlier, sir.
Oh. So if he'd committed the first time, then that wouldn't have happened. Because he hesitated, he caused 2 million casualties.
So much more.
We're torturing children. We're creating killing machines.
That man has that man had the empathy thing removed?
To comprehend that. The experiment is over. Shut it down.
I feel like this guy's had the empathy thing removed as well, because goodness, either that or he's just an unpleasant man.
You're going because Earth doesn't have a sample, and you need one to stay in the game. The only reason I'm still on this ship is to make sure you don't get it.
You're right. We're not going to be friends.
Would have prevented it, but there were risks, costs, which the Secretary General was unwilling to take. If only he hadn't wavered. He's going to need you now more than ever.
Ooh, is he blaming her? Saying that's a claim for power? Because I think he knows full well why he hesitated. Okay, well, the crews have joined together and Katya's still alive. Yay! I'm glad. Although he did just murder a dude to keep secrets, which, you know. So Avasarala and Bobby are fitting in not very nicely to the dynamic of the Roci. It's very much what I expected. There's lots of clashing perspectives and priorities. Avasarala's going along to Io because I don't think Naomi's quite right in saying it's because Avasarala wants a sample, but then given her response to what Naomi suggested, it may be that she was right, because Eviscerala being like, you know, yeah, I don't think we will be friends, kind of implied a, yeah, you've seen through my plan and I'm gonna be not friends with you because you're gonna thwart me. But I feel like she's almost more looking for answers, because that's kind of what she's been doing a lot, is looking for answers more than a advantage. But knowledge and answers can give one an advantage, so maybe it's a bit of both, you know? And maybe she is looking for a sample for Earth. I did like, we also got a little bit more insight into Alex and his mental process. Don't really blame his wife for essentially saying, yeah, get out of here, we don't need you anymore, because he did abandon them, and you kind of can't wait. It's, yeah, difficult situation for her. I have a lot of sympathy for her and less sympathy for Alex, but I appreciated that brief conversation between him and Naomi, where now they're kind of friends again, and he's offered her the olive branch that she took, so there is some, you know, healing and fixing of relationships happening there. But it also gave you a bit of more of an insight into Alex, where he clearly regrets what he's done, but he doesn't have the, you know, he admires Naomi's dedication and commitment, because he doesn't have that. And yeah, I hope that he can reunite with his family, because I think he still has a responsibility to go back to them, because, you know, when you get married, you make those commitments, and that's not something that should be broken easily. We also had a little bit more of a look into Amos's past. Heard about Baltimore, which I'm not sure if that, I think that's been said in the show, but I've known that for a while because of the comments and stuff. Don't know much about Baltimore. I don't know if I've ever, like, I wouldn't know much about it in modern day, let alone what that means in the future sci-fi world. Yeah, so he died to get off there, and is that like a symbolic, he died and a new him was born, or is that like he actually, his heart stopped and was restarted or something? Also, comment about him wearing pumps, which kind of don't want to know the full context for that one. Played off as a joke, but it could have been one of those, there's some uncomfortableness behind, there's some, it was kind of played off as a joke, but it could have been one of those, there's some badness behind that one, some deep trauma there. I mean, we know he was brought up in a brothel, but was he made to take part in that, or was it just like a dressing up with the clothes of his mother / other prostitutes there? I'm gonna go with the latter one because I like that one more. Anyway, had a little bit more of an insight into Amos. I want to know how we left Baltimore now, but I imagine that will be revealed in time. And we had a bit of insight into Julie Mao as well, which is an interesting development I didn't see coming. Seeing him actually connect with the kids and actually realizing, you know, oh, we're hurting these children here and I don't want to do that. Versus that pediatrician dude who's every time he's on screen he makes my skin crawl. But yeah, so seeing Mao actually have a connection with the kids, May obviously reminds him of Julie, and he's actually feeling guilty and feeling the implications of what this is doing. So that is an interesting development. I didn't have much sympathy with him when Julie died, but it feels like he's actually trying to make amends and do better with these kids now, which I can respect. But I don't think the pediatrician dude is going to stand for that. So there may be some kind of coup coming up over on Io. If that can happen before everyone arrives and everything goes down. Yeah, because we've got the Roci headed there with Bobby and Avasarala in tow, and we've got now the Queen Agatha coming there with Kocha on board. Which, yeah, Souther, took me a second to remember him, but he was part of the council and then left because he wasn't happy with what they were doing. So I have a lot of respect for that character, and I like him a lot, and you know, seeing him in this episode has only served to boost that perspective. And speaking of the Earth Council, we had the Secretary General. He's another character whose name I haven't quite fully got yet, but he is making difficult decisions, and I need to stop fiddling with things. This is a giant safety pin for knitting and crochet projects that I've been fiddling with. Yes, Secretary General making difficult decisions. He's, I've lost my train of thought now. But, they had an interesting conversation with him and Anna about, like, holy wars, and how a lot of wars are justified by religion and by making them seem like they're holy and right and for God. Which historically has not worked out very well unless they actually are for God, as a lot of the Old Testament stories were. But in more modern history, I mean, I'm thinking of the Crusades, right? That's like the obvious one, where they were using religion as an excuse to do horrible, horrible things. And it's not just Christianity that does that. I mean, look at Islam. But yeah, people will use religion to justify their mistakes, and I like that Anna called him out on that and was like, this is not a holy war, you just gotta make sure it's a justified war. I wonder if he will be less likely to listen to her after his hesitation caused 2 million deaths. I want to know what this 37 deaths mean as well, because that seems like a very specific number, and they obviously have some kind of history that means there's a bit of a rift between them. So, interested to see where that goes. What else? I feel like that was about the main things I picked up on this episode. Heading towards Io. Io seems to be the next big target. I want Amos to have a conversation with the pediatrician man. Let's say that, shall we? Anyway, that'll do it from me. I'm gonna head off. You guys head off, grab a drink, get a snack, take a nap, go for a walk, go and do something off YouTube, get off the internet, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.